अलविदा कहने के लिए बैठ गया और फिर तारों के साथ सफर करने लगा। कुछ सफर करके उतर गया और फिर तारों ने मुझे कुछ फल दिया। इस हाब से मैं समझता हूँ चंद बातें जो मैंने हुजूर से पेश भी की थी। नंबर 1 ये है कि अल्लाह ताला जमात हुजूर खिलाफत फरमाएगा। नंबर 2 हुजूर सब इनाम भी फरमाएगा और सब नहायत ज्यादा तरक्की भी देंगे इंशाअल्लाह ताला।
Unbelievable. That reassured me. I knew that with the grace of Allah, it's Allah's hand. He already told us and forewarned us.
It was decided that Hazur would leave Pakistan by KLM. A messenger was sent to Karachi to do the booking instead of booking by telephone, and that could be tapped.
It was decided that I would leave on Sunday morning by car, and then we reached at about 10:30, reached Karachi. And after eating food and just a little rest, we left for the airport because the plane, I remember, left at 12:30. Now, they told me to come late. Said there's no need for you to come early. They said exactly 5 minutes from the time of the departure of the plane, we will send our special car.
Everything seemed to be all right, and the manager assured that the flight would leave in time.
And the car came exactly 5 minutes before 12:30. And it was sent back.
The airport authorities, they stopped the flight from going on the scheduled time.
The order that us head of the Ahmadiyya community is not permitted to leave the country from any borders was signed by Zia himself. Ziaul Haq lived most of his time during the time of Hadhrat Khalifatul Masih IV, the third caliph. So what he dictated was, and this is written on that prohibition letter, that Mirza Nasir Ahmad, the fourth head of the Ahmadiyya community, for that, is not permitted to leave the country from any borders. They had a dilemma. They could not stop Mirza Tahir Ahmad from going on. And they did not know much intricacies about the fourth and third caliphate, you know. So they must have started ringing the intelligence chief of the intelligence bureau in Islamabad and trying to get clearance from him or instructions that this is the case. That is why this was delayed. So at 1:30 we left. The plane, of course, went to Geneva and from there on to this Holland, and there we had to wait for a while. Then we came to London.
Around midday, Huzur arrived at Heathrow Airport, and by the grace of Allah, we had made all the arrangements, no problem, no difficulty, and the staff of the KLM on which the airline on which Huzur travelled, they were also available to receive Huzur.
Once in London, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih could carry on his duties as the Khalifa. He, however, had to establish London as the new headquarters of the community.
He had a knack of making everybody feel extremely special. You know, whatever he wanted someone to do, he made them feel that they were capable of doing whatever that was.
He would find out what type of worker is he, and he would accordingly allot him the tasks. And he was very clear in his mind. He wanted the job to be done to the exact manner what he wanted to, and when that work is done, then he will, you know, praise him like anything.
اور حوصلہ افزائی کی تو انتہا تھی. چھوٹا سا کسی نے کام کیا تو اس پہ اس طرح داد دیتے تھے کہ آدمی شرمندہ ہوتا تھا کہ یہ تو میں نے تو کچھ بھی نہیں کیا. اور اس کے نتیجے میں پھر انسان کو ایک اور طاقت ملتی تھی. میں سمجھتا ہوں کہ اصل میں خلیفۃ المسیح کی دعا اور روحانی توجہ اور حوصلہ افزائی کے نتیجے میں ایک طاقت ملتی تھی, اور وہ جو اس نے چھوٹا سا کام کیا وہ اس سے کئی گنا کر جاتا تھا اگلی دفعہ. اس پہ جب حوصلہ افزائی اسے ملتی تھی اور دعا اور توجہ اور شفقت, تو اس سے پھر اور آگے بڑھتا تھا.
And I think people just couldn't do enough. They were trying their best to fulfill whatever was the need of the moment.
Hadhrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad was a visionary. He foresaw the progress of the community and the need for workers in every sphere of life in the coming decades.
You know, this work scheme, he started on 3rd April 1987, and I'm surprised because in 1984 he left Pakistan in very difficult conditions. You know, there was law against us, so he had to leave Pakistan. But within 3 years, he realized that Jamaat is now going to expand in much bigger scope. So for that, he instructed Jamaat's the parents that they should offer their children even before the birth, and then train them accordingly so they become good واقفین زندگی.
ہر ملک سے جب وقف ہوں گے بچے تو اس ملک کی زبان کو بھی سمجھتے ہوں گے, اس ملک کا مزاج کو بھی سمجھتے ہوں گے. جب اس ملک میں یہ بچے وقت کر کے بڑے ہوں گے اور کام کرنا شروع کریں گے تو یہ بہت اچھا کام کر سکتے ہیں. اور یہ بجائے اس کے کہ ایک جگہ سے وقف ہو کے نکلیں, یہ ساری دنیا میں تنظیم کی طور پر اس طرح پھیل جائے.
Once the new setup in London was established, Hadhrat Khalifatul Masih IV was able to lead the community freely. However, back in Pakistan, Zia's persecution continued. Huzur's warnings grew stronger and stronger. Night after night, month after month, he prayed to God for help for his beleaguered people. He warned Zia in his sermon on the 3rd of June 1988.
اور پاکستان کے بدنصیب سربراہ نے جو پہلے ڈکٹیٹر کے طور پر ظاہر ہوئے, پھر اس کے بعد صدر کا چولا پہنا, وہ اس وقت حضرت مسیح علیہ السلام کی تکذیب کے سب سے بڑے لمبردار ہیں, اور ان کے تمام ماننے والوں کو بھی, اور ان کو بھی جو تکذیب میں پیش ہیں اور حکومت پاکستان سے تعلق رکھتے ہیں, اور ان کو بھی جو تکذیب میں پیش ہیں اور علماء کے طبقے سے تعلق رکھتے ہیں, ان کو بھی جو تکذیب میں پیش ہیں اور عدلیہ سے تعلق رکھتے ہیں, ان کو بھی جو تکذیب میں پیش ہیں اور سیاست سے تعلق رکھتے ہیں, ان کو بھی جو تکذیب میں پیش ہیں اور عوام سے تعلق رکھتے ہیں. لیکن کچھ گروہوں کے سربراہ ہیں, ان سب کو میں مخاطب کر کے تمام جماعت احمدیہ کی طرف سے مباہلے کا چیلنج دیتا ہوں. اگر تم مباہلے کے لیے تیار ہو تو میں جماعت احمدیہ کی سربراہی میں اعلان کرتا ہوں کہ لعنت اللہ علی الکاذبین, تم بھی اپنے چیلوں چانٹوں کو اکٹھا کرو, اپنے بڑوں اور چھوٹوں کو بلاؤ, اپنی عورتوں اور بچوں کو بلاؤ, اور یہ اعلان جماعت احمدیہ کے مدد مقابل کرنے کے لیے.
The challenge of Mubaila had been issued, but despite the warnings, Zia did not mend his ways.
حکومت کا جہاں تک تعلق ہے وہ معصوم احمدیوں پر قانونی حربے استعمال کر کے طرح طرح کے